Hello. Today is Tuesday. Didn't record one yesterday because it was Thanksgiving and I didn't. I'm feeling actually kind of good right now, which wasn't the case earlier today. I would okay. So first order of business, 69 dials today. So really low. One book demo though. And what I will say is it's fun because the 30-second opener line kind of thing, like this is a cold call, you can either hang up right now or give me the 30 seconds I need to explain what we do and then decide. I like using that because there was in the morning it was frustrating because there was I think there was one person, maybe two people hung up right away, and then I go oh fuck, am I missing out? Should I still use this? But then the other people, I had one lady that I called who just burst out laughing after hearing it and going well, that's an approach, there you go, which is nice because then it's okay, so it has it's a powerful opener because it has the power to quickly build strong rapport, because you give it's a high stakes sort of thing, it's a high win, high risk kind of bet, just because you don't sound like the normal calls that they get. So then if they laugh or if they go all right, yeah, I get your 30 seconds, there's a degree of respect there because you put on the line the fact that they could say just go away and hang up the phone. But so I'm still liking to use that sort of thing. Like I said, one demo booked. There were a couple more where the people weren't the ideal client profile or used to be in insurance and no longer in insurance. So then it's we help financial advisors and insurance brokers grow the book of business, and you're not an insurance broker anymore, you're not growing your book of business. But I would say if I could go back in time and relive this weekend, I would have done it differently, because I just I drank the whole time essentially. And what I'm okay with though, it wasn't depressing drinking where it's I have nothing to do, I'm just laying in bed numbing myself, but it was more yeah, okay, I have a few drinks, and then that always just turns into me spending more money than I wish I did, and also waking up and not being productive. I didn't edit any videos. I'm actually behind now because I needed to upload one yesterday, but I didn't. It just is fuck, I spent more money, I didn't do anything, nothing good came of it. So that is something that because again, it's preventing me from continuing to pursue the goals that I want to be doing, like going to the gym and stuff like that, or even editing the videos. But okay, that aside, that is just something that we're going to. But on the positive end of the idea space, what's nice about working for this company, Planswell specifically, is there's weekly meetings where we talk with the whole company gets together on a Google Meet call, and then if there's an opportunity to ask questions, and I like that because then I can ask legitimate questions I have about the business, which kind of give me a better idea of what it looks like, and maybe provide insight into what running a business is like overall. That learning, what do you call it? Learning, I think in working here, I am learning the importance of having those meetings and the impact it can have on your employees, because it keeps everyone on the same page and feels more like you're part of a team. So then that's just the thing I go okay, so one of the reasons I was excited to work for this company was because it models kind of a business idea roughly of what I would like to do. And by roughly I mean it's a remotely based mission oriented company, meaning the mission is to provide financial advice to everyone for free, which it does with the sort of software and the programs right there, and it is remotely based, just so I learned. So actually having a weekly meeting with everyone together where there's you have to ask a certain amount of questions in order for the meeting to be complete is a good thing to have. And secondly, because with this company, the sales manager, he sent me, because we were going to have the weekly one-on-one, but then it had to be rescheduled because there was another meeting with one of the upper people talking about product, which again is a great time to actually ask more specific questions and learn more about the program. But he said that, like, okay, well, like, send me what your call goals for the week, but like next one-on-one, like, are there any sort of personal goals that you'd like to work on? Because I can help you stay accountable on that. And I go, that's very useful because there are personal goals that I would like to be doing, like, let's say, going to the gym or spending money more wisely, or editing videos, or reading, like whatever it is, that sort of thing, that when you have someone whom you respect, who can hold you accountable to that, you're more likely to actually do it. Like, I know, like, if you try to get yourself to do something which is good for you yourself, you will struggle at it. You won't struggle nearly as much if you're doing it with another person, which is just an interesting thing. So then having that is helpful, because also what's nice is then it's like, okay, so his approach to management, which I think is a good one, is a human-centered approach rather than an employee-centered approach, which it might not be clear what the difference is, but I think it's just more, I go, if it's employee first, you only care about the work that gets done, and that's where your focus is on, like in that shallow cone, I guess you could call it. Whereas if you're human first, what you understand, which I know is the better way to do it, is if you make the human being the most effective version of themselves, then in every domain of their life, they will be more effective, which includes the employee part of their lives. Like, it just creates a better dynamic. So then I'm happy that is the environment I find myself in. Because then it's like, hey, not only do I have my own desire to improve, but I have the external pressure of somebody else who also wants me to improve if the goals I have are in line with, if I want to do that. That's what I was looking for. But yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. If I don't use the weekend productively, like I see it, I just wasted time. And I wish I didn't. And then it's also like a degree of going like, okay, well, you have to give yourself time to relax. I go, I agree, but I don't think that I really spent the quote unquote relaxed time relaxing or resting very well, because today I underperformed. Like, I didn't make as many dials as the standard I've set for myself is. Well, yeah, there's things, that's good. There's those things. Also, this weekend is the 40th anniversary of the Bishop's University rugby team. So there's an event on that. There's a place where you can register so that you can go, like there's like during the day, there's like a lunch and then this sort of stuff. I'm gonna register for that. I'm going like, oh, do I have that money? And then the thought is going like, no, this is useful money to be spending, because it's a social activity. It's gonna be a fun time, but it also is actually something to do on the weekend that will, although getting intoxicated may be involved. Again, it's a very different sort of, it's a different thing. Rather than just being in my apartment, watching YouTube, walking back and forth, thinking thoughts, like just kind of fucking off. It just is, I go, I need to not spend money on things that actually might be good for and useful for me, to only leave that time vacant and end up spending the money anyways in a way I didn't want to be spending. But I think that's all. I don't feel great. And I know that it's just because the weekend wasn't spent well. But yeah, I think that's all I'll have today. Nothing else is coming to mind. I'll see you later.